In our first part, we already configure all the PC system with connect to the switch 1 with respect to the server based on the DHCP. So the DHCP will assign the address each and every system with respect to the class B address. Okay, now we go for another configuration and the switch 1 configuration. In that switch 1 we were connected 3 different systems. So these 3 different systems could not configure as per the DHCP because it is running through the router. So here, for example, we will configure these 3 systems by using a manual IP configuration with respect to the existing experiment. Now I'm going to connect this configuration, IP configuration, the static as here I'm using 192.168.1.0. This is class C address corresponding mask, network mask. This is the default gateway. So this default gateway which was used in the router configuration. In that router configuration I was used in that address. So this address very much useful to gateway for all the system. In this system, that system and that system. Okay. So now we go for a second IP configuration of PC3. So this is also one of the IP address manually I have entered in those IP address here, and you just consider this is the default gateway manually entered. Then we may go for the third system, that means PC4. In that PC4 we were manually entered the IP address. Okay, so now we were close all those things, then we were configured all these things. Now here we see the IP address for this particular gateway. It means here the IP address for this particular LAN PC0 is this one, and the corresponding default gateway is 0.0.0.0. Now this is very much useful to configure this IP version 4 to the particular system, and when we connect the DHCP protocol with this server, the server will send the message to the client with respect to the default gateway. Now if you want to send a message from here, now there is no problem about the default gateway, but if you want to send a message from here to there, now we must configure this router. So in that router we must configure the 2 Ethernet port. In that Ethernet port we must configure 2 Ethernet port 0/0, 0/1. So here I am going to connect this 0/0 as 172.168.1.10.1. This is relevant to this DHCP IP automatic IP address. Then you must connect the on server port. Then you may close it. Then you may open the another router. That another router 0/0. This 0/0 is 0/1 contains 192.168.10.1. This is belongs to this IP. So we were connected we were configure all the router option, as well as we will configure this manual configuration of this network, then this LAN will configure automatically by using DHCP. Here the DHCP is not assigned to the particular system address. Okay. Now in this video we need to check whether all those things are checked or not, all those data were passed through the switch or not, all the data will communicate to the particular destination. We will check in video 3.